my Young and the Restless fans. We got another episode to talk about today. Devon is suspicious of Tucker and Audra. Summer wants to leave town with Harrison, and Ashley vows to keep Diane out of the family. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. This is your Young and the Restless recap for January 5th, and without any further ado, let's talk about what went down in Genoa City today. So we start out over at Crimson Lights, where we see Sally trying to call in for a doctor's appointment. And then Adam interrupts and asks if everything is okay. Now, Adam assures her that he didn't overhear her call. He notes that she looked a little tired, though. And then she gets snippy and defensive and assumes that he wants to know who is keeping her up at night. Now, Adam don't want to know that. He knows they are over and their days are just something that he'll remember fondly. Now, Sally claims she's just anxious about her new business and assures him that it would be a success. Now, Sally assumes he's after something, and Adam says he's not, and he tried to leave. Now, realizing how rude she was, she apologizes. Sometimes she forgets that he can be nice. She just has so much on her plate. Now, once he sits down, she admits that she's not sure about anything. Everything seems so difficult, and she wishes her problems were just cut and dry. Now, Adam doesn't know what she's talking about and says that she deserves a break. He's also sure that she can handle anything. And then she's like, once again, why are you being so nice to me? Really, Sally? And then Adam says, I think you know. Now, she needs an explanation, so he says that she will always be special to him. And if she ever needs a sympathetic ear, she just has to call him. And she says she'll think about that. And after thanking him, she leaves for her appointment. And then we see Sally head back to her suite after getting confirmation that she is pregnant. And she flopped on the couch. She wonders now what to do. So now over at Devon's penthouse, he hands Abby some coffee as she comes down the stairs, and they talk about the baby being off at the gym. Now, she admits that she felt a little guilt coming down the stairs after their night together because her divorce is still so fresh. Now, Devon says that they weren't betraying anyone this time, and listening to him makes her believe that she is now in the right place. And she kisses him and says that she feels happier and lighter than she has in a long time. Now, Devon says that he feels the same too, and she needs to go home and change for work. It no longer feels like home, though, since she's no longer a chancellor, and he urges her just take things slow. So now over at the Glam Club, Daniel is sitting alone, unhappy about the text that he got from Heather. And then Abby wanders in, and she heard that Daniel was back in town and offers to catch up with him. And he gets her to sit, and they chat about his new job. He's looking forward to jumping into the deep end. And when she asks when Heather and Lucy are coming, he can't answer that question. Now, Abby offers to introduce him to Dominic if he wants to meet the happiest baby in the world. And Abby tells him that she and Chance split up, and it was inevitable, and she says she's moving forward. And speaking of moving forward, Daniel said, I have to meet Lily, and then he walks off. Now, Abby is alone. She's waiting for Noah, and then after sending an annoyed text to Noah for standing her up, she takes off her wedding ring, realizing she don't have to wear it anymore. So now over at Chancellor Winters, we in Lily's office where she tells Audra that Jill pulled the trigger and they are moving forward ahead with that IPO. Now Audra is sure this will be a huge success in ways they can't imagine. I just bet, Audra. And then Devon arrives and notice how excited they are. Then Lily announces that the IPO is happening, and Devon was like, that's news to me. Now, Audra phones go off with that weird tone and then she leaves. Devon then starts complaining. Lily says that he wasn't excluded from the discussion. She doesn't understand why he wants to limit the growth of the company. Now, Devon says the company is doing just fine and money isn't the important thing. Now, Lily, however, is siding with Jill and they have the majority. If he has a legitimate reason to stop this, they will listen. All he has, though, is vague concerns, and she hopes he has his support, but will walk this path alone if she have to. And Devon promises to find a legitimate reason to stop this move, and then he walked out. So now over at Crimson Lights, Lily meets with Daniel and she noticed that he threw a fake smile on and wondered what's wrong. Now he tries to play it off, but she keeps pushing and he's afraid of being judged. Now Daniel explained he made some mistakes in Savannah, Georgia. He didn't respect his wife enough. Now there was a lot of jealousy and insecurity and he pushed her and their daughter away. Now that his career is back on solid ground, he hopes that this will show the two women in his life that he's not a lost cause. Now, she reminds him, look, you can work remote. He wants to focus so he doesn't have a half-ass job at work and at home. You can multitask, Daniel. Lily offers to be there if he ever needs anything. Now, when Daniel notices that Lily seems nervous, she admits she's anxious about something. And after telling him he's not a lost cause, she gets a text from Billy saying that he's waiting at the therapist's office. Now, over at Jabot, Summer corners her husband and Diane, and they chat about Mariah and Tessa's adoption plans, and then Summer walks off. Stark then calls Diane and they make arrangements to meet. Now, she assures Kyle that this is all part of her stupid plan. And she asks him not to tell Jack, again, telling somebody to keep secrets, because she doesn't want him following her like the last time. And Kyle doesn't like her meeting with Stark alone. However, Summer eavesdrops as Diane insists that she has this crazy plan all under control. And then once Diane wanders off, Summer returns and Kyle asks her why she's been so frosty with his mom. Now, she admits that she's scared. However, in true form, just like her mother, instead of her telling Kyle the truth like Daniel told her to do yesterday, instead she tries to make a power play to manipulate the situation and said that she need a break from Genoa City so she can go to a textile show. Okay, but the kicker is she wants to go to Paris with Harrison in tow. Now, over at the Abbott estate, we got another war going on because Jack is about to head upstairs when Ashley corners him and insists that they discuss him kissing Diane. Really, Ashley? Now, he doesn't understand her vendetta and she doesn't understand him ignoring Diane's history. Now, she can understand him letting Kyle reunite with his mom, but he insists that she is part of the family and Diane has changed. Really, Jack? Now, Ashley can't accept that. She thinks that the Viper deserves permanent exile from the family home. And Jack thinks it's ironic that she was also kissing Tucker outside. Now, Ashley lists her many issues with Diane. She can't understand why he's buying a helpless routine from someone who has never been remotely helpless. Now, Jack is adamant that Stark is dangerous and that he needs to protect his family. Ashley, however, isn't impressed and assumes Diane is exploiting the situation to weasel her way back into their home. Well, there would be no situation if Phyllis didn't bring this man back to town. And then Jack tells Ashley if she's that indignant about who he lets into his home, she should stay elsewhere. And of course, Ashley refuses to give an inch to Diane and won't be forced out of the family home because of his fixation on Diane. And Ashley then declares that Diane will never be welcome in the house or in the company. So now over at the Grand Phoenix, Audra is annoyed as she meets with Tucker in his suite. Now he needs an update on his insanely slow IPO plot. And then he snaps, telling her how determined he is to work with his son. Audra tells him to think about another way he need to do that. Audra says she needs to get back to the meeting he called her away from before it looks suspicious. So over at Society, Devon goes there to look for Abby. However, she's not there, but Tucker is. Now he notes his son seems a little bit stressed, and Devon complains about the IPO has him worried. He lost autonomy in the merger, and now he worries he could lose more. Then Tucker says that, well, if it's such a concern, maybe Devon should take the company back and run it on his own. And he knows someone who could help him. Now, Devon doesn't want Tucker to get involved in his business. Tucker claims that, hey, I just want to help. Devon doesn't want his advice on this, though. And Tucker says that if he wants autonomy, he should realize it's okay to go after what you want. And he might be the person to help. Devon thanks him for the insight. And as he gets up to leave, Tucker's phone have that weird sound like Audra's, and his son notes how unique it is. Tucker claims, it just came with the phone. However, speaking of being suspicious, when Devon steps out, he calls someone to dig into any connection between Tucker and Audra. Okay, so there you have it, your Young and the Restless recap for Thursday, January 5th, 2023. Stay tuned for the Bold and the Beautiful recap also for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.